And we're back.
We are?
Yes, we are back. We have returned. Because the massacre is out there, and the four of you.
For you.
Asked for it, and guess what? As the good book says, ask and ye shall receive.
Well.
Ask and ye shall receive. And this is the Husky Bible number 106.
106. Wow. I remember when we hit 100.
Yeah, it was just a few episodes ago.
Just a few.
Yeah. Not that far at all. But we're here, and, we're bringing you all the geek stuff, because that's what we do. And, we will have our full references today. I mean, everybody that we always refer to has made a comeback in one way or another in this episode, so stay tuned for those. Because you live for those, don't you? You sick bastards. You just want us to speak about, what? Let's say, Minkia. Or Sprain.
There's Uncle Joey.
Yeah.
He made it already.
Always.
What? Now you, 30 seconds in?
Yeah.
45 seconds in? He made it already?
Yeah. Well, let's begin with the sour note. Because unfortunately this week we did have a
few passings.
Yeah. So we are going to have an RIP section for this week. Rest in peace, Raquel Welch, who was known in her heyday back in the 60s as a good-looking woman. She passed away in her 80s, I believe. And Richard Beltzer. Richard Beltzer was a comedian and most famously known as Ice-T's partner, in Law and Order Special Victims Unit. He was a comedian and also was famous because he was trying to debunk wrestling as fake back when kayfabe was still around and alive and well. And Hulk Hogan choked his ass out on live television.
That must have made some good television back in the day, huh?
Oh yeah, knocked him out cold. Like trying to prove that wrestling is actually a legit sport. And yet we have images of the Ultimate Warrior from his perspective, with the camera showing him falling asleep from a POV perspective. So like that's the moment. Me as a kid, that was a moment I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is supposed to be real. How can the camera be from the perspective of the wrestler if this isn't real? Oh, Tiny Ariel grew 2 inches that day.
Wow.
And the brain actually developed.
Just a bit, huh?
Just a tad.
Un poquito.
Un poquito. Or as the bad jokes would say, un poquito. We'll try to explain that one later. Anyway, this week we're just gonna forget about the RIP section. Not to be disrespectful or callous to the people who passed away, but we already give them our respect. So we'll just go back to joyful, happy-go-lucky stuff, like what we try to do.
A regular schedule program.
Yep, regular schedule program. So as of recording time, this is Sunday. We record on Sundays. Last night was the Elimination Chamber for WWE. It did record numbers.
Nice.
It was a great pay-per-view all around. A certain exception here, but mostly the pay-per-view was solid gold. Everybody hit the intended part, and everything was setting up perfectly towards WrestleMania. We'll just dive in right away to the main event, because that's pretty much what everybody cared about. Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. Did Sami Zayn become the new Undisputed Universal WWE Heavyweight Champion of the world? Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Not if you're setting up WrestleMania.
No. Unfortunately, I mean, he close but no cigar. Let's just say that. Close but no cigar. His ass was, yeah. It's not that look, like I told the guys in the chat room that we have for wrestling, is like, look, if they made Logan Paul believable, he could have beat Roman. They could make that look believable with Sami Zayn.
Yeah, but you got to look at logic and be like, do we want Sami Zayn versus Cody at WrestleMania?
No.
Or do we want, Roman Reigns versus Cody at WrestleMania? Which one's going to be better match?
Plus, the overarching story in terms of the Bloodline, which last night just added more fuel to the fire. I mean, this is the best storyline WWE has come up in over 30 years. And this is no goddamn joke. I mean, with the exception of the Austin McMahon thing, I think this is the best storyline WWE has ever made.
Oh, by hands down. Just the whole tribal chief head of the table.
No. And, I mean, everything is set up that it's going to be Sami and Kevin Owens that, at the end of the day, are going to be the culprits that will end the Bloodline. I mean, Sami might have not get the gold, but he's going to be the one that is going to destroy the Bloodline.
And that's a good way to end the story.
Yeah, and
you can't run the story any more longer than they already have. I'm sorry.
No, and look, spoilers, inside baseball, spoilers, Roman after Mania is done. Not that he's leaving WWE, but he's going to take a long-ass vacation.
Well, he's been holding both titles for what?
A year.
A year?
Both titles. The Universal title, he's had it on lock for 2 years and change. Almost 3 years.
Yeah, he needs to.
So he's going to take a long-ass...
deserved vacation.
Yeah, he's going to take a long-ass vacation, maybe do a movie while he's out. The Usos have been tag team champions for over a year.
Yeah, they need to lose it too. You need to come up with some new writing material.
You got to get other people an opportunity.
That's right. Now it's Cody's turn.
And someone else. Like, if you ask me, what would be the perfect tag team to take on the Usos? Well, I don't know. Let me see. What happened last night? Well, Kevin Owens showed up and helped Sami Zayn.
Those are your two perfect ones right there. Run with the story.
Now let's conclude the story by having them take the tag titles and Cody take the main belts. And that's your perfect ending right there. But I'm not the booker, and I'm not telling Triple H what to do. But yeah, listen to me.
I am the game.
Okay, so yeah. So, so I believe that the Bloodline storyline will end. So I'm not going to do like running down the whole thing. Like, go watch it, like Peacock or...
It's on Peacock.
Yeah, go watch the whole thing. But I'm just going to tell you the gist of it.
They need to give you free trials. Go watch it.
So Austin Theory retained in the Elimination Chamber thanks to Logan Paul interfering, costing Seth Rollins the opportunity. Seth had Austin Theory dead to rights for the U.S. title. Then Logan Paul showed up and did a buckshot lariat, which those of you who might not know what's that, look up Hangman Page and look up for his finisher, and that's the buckshot lariat. A lot of AEW references there. Anyways, Edge and Beth Phoenix beat Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. Bobby Lashley defeated Brock Lesnar via shenanigans because Brock Lesnar gave Bobby Lashley a trip to Dick Kick City. Blatantly. And the ref saw it, so the ref called this a DQ because he saw him giving Bobby Lashley a trip to Dick Kick City. So
come on.
It was pretty obvious. And I mean, his balls are pretty much sheltered right now in his nostrils as we speak. Because that was
why end a match like that? Those two powerhouses.
You gotta have a way to make Brock Lesnar lose without looking like a puss.
That was a puss move.
I don't book this shit, man. What can I tell you? And also the last thing, Asuka won the women's elimination chamber match. Therefore, she will now be challenging Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title in WrestleMania. So we got pretty much WrestleMania locked. So WrestleMania is a lock. So all the stories are now flowing and everything is now, because now we know, for example, who's going to be Seth Rollins' opponent in WrestleMania, Logan Paul. Austin Theory, the rumor is that it's going to be John Cena, that he's going to be facing for the U.S. title. That's going to be interesting. Bray Wyatt already called out that whoever won, he called out on Friday that whoever wins the Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley match, he wants next on Mania. So since Bobby Lashley won by DQ, that means that Bray Wyatt gets Bobby Lashley. And the plan has been, and we got a little tease of it in the Royal Rumble, that Brock Lesnar, I mean, he's only held singles gold, and it's always been the main title. He's never held in Intercontinental or a U.S. title. But that might change. So they're thinking of the idea that has been thrown around is to have Gunther, formerly known as Walter, Mr. Chop the skin out of your chest man, versus Brock Lesnar, which is a hoss fight, because both of them are hosses. Well, Gunther recently stopped being a hoss, and now it's like he lost a bunch of weight, but still is big. Is a big dude, and he's Brock Lesnar's height. He's more or less Brock Lesnar's height, but doesn't have the chunkiness that he used to have back in the day. But still, it's a hoss fight nonetheless, and they will beat the living bejesus out of each other. So that's still a good visual match to see. I mean, just remembering what happened between Sheamus and Gunther last year, Jesus Christ, those two beat the living hell out of each other. And to allow Gunther go against Brock and allow those two to just demolish each other legally, it's going to be a sight to behold. I think that's just the price of admission right there for WrestleMania, just to watch those two kill each other. So I think WrestleMania is a lock this year, and if those are the what I'm saying are the matches that are happening, other than the ones that are obvious right now, that's a stacked WrestleMania.
It should be a good one.
It's stacked. So kudos to WWE. And speaking of WWE, there is no WWE without Mr. Minky Juice Sprayer himself.
Mr. King Ding-a-ling.
Mr. Community Property. Mr. VKM, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, makes the news again this week. And guess what? He finally came up with a number to sell WWE. And the magic number is 9. As in $9 billion. And I mean, right now, objectively speaking, the company's worth 6, but he's asking for 9. And there are a couple of companies that are interested in that price. So,
worthy.
Yeah, that's the problem, because like, who has administrative knowledge or experience in wrestling? Because you can call it sports entertainment, you can call it whatever the hell you want, but it's wrestling. So I don't know.
Sport entertainment and wrestling is two different things.
Yeah. So I don't know what's the thought there, but Vince came up with a number, so I guess we're just gonna have to wait for that and see who actually takes the bait on that one.
Well, whoever's smart should try to keep Triple H doing what he's doing.
Yes. And pay him handsomely for it.
Pay him because he's running the show now without any help. And continue paying him and give him a nice hefty raise, like you said, to continue doing what he's doing. Because any of the pay-per-view matches after Minka Juice himself left, are breaking records.
The company
man
is
doing what he's
making
doing.
bank, doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is promoting wrestling events.
And they're doing it.
And they're doing it beyond well. Well is like an insult. They're doing awesome business right now. So
whoever is going to buy it, do your due diligence and keep the man.
Okay.
Give him a raise.
So
continue making money off of what he's doing.
Exactly. And continuing on the dirt sheet area, because we just went from actual in-ring product to whatever the hell is going on back in the scenes. This week we had an incident with Rey Mysterio on an airport where autograph hunters were like pretty much hounded him for a while, wanting him to sign autographs, and were even like being antagonistic towards him because he knew what was up. He understood that these were autograph hunters, and autograph hunters, they hawk that shit and sell it off eBay or whatever and get paid a bunch of money, while they just exploited a wrestler who gave them in good faith a signature, and the wrestler don't see shit about it. He doesn't get any residuals or anything about it. So we heard from literally the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. I think he has a Sirius XM show, or I think he does show up every once in a while on a Sirius XM show, and he said on his show that he knows the people who did it because, well, you know, wrestlers walk around more or less the same circles, and he said, I know who the hell did this, so I'm gonna ban you for life for any wrestling activity. I see you, I will get you kicked out of hotels. I will get you kicked out of airports. I'm gonna make your life a living hell. So he just decided he drew first blood because this dude started misbehaving towards Rey Mysterio, who is honestly one of the nicest guys in the wrestling business. And he said, you don't fuck with Rey Mysterio. You don't fuck with him. Because Rey's too much of a nice person to go after you, but Mark Henry obviously doesn't have any problems. Like, he's not a dick, but he has no problems showing you the business.
No, he don't.
He doesn't have a problem. And let me add to the fact also that phrase, world's strongest man, not a gimmick.
No, it's not.
Not a gimmick. He's in his 50s, and he can whoop your ass in ways that cannot be described by any human language. To put it lightly. Like breaking bones is the beginning portion of the process of pain that you will be going by infuriating this man. So I would recommend to all you autograph hunters out there that might be listening to this, tread lightly. Tread lightly. Tread very, very lightly, please. And in conclusion to all the dirt sheet shit of wrestling, Chris Jericho, of all people on this planet,
Head 2J,
was told about his match that he had with CM Punk back in the day in WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship. And Chris Jericho, who has put Punk on blast as recently as when the Brawl Out thing happened, he said, "Oh, I love working with Punk. I wish I could get an opportunity to do it again," which automatically wrestling marks immediately interpret that as AEW return confirmed for CM Punk. Look, I don't know what the hell's going on in AEW with the whole CM Punk thing, because they have that shit closed with no explanation whatsoever, and nobody's allowed to say dick about it.
But he ripped into everyone's asshole.
To the point that he's considered legitimately a cancer in the locker room.
Exactly. So That's why it's so tight-lipped, I believe. Because it's, they probably don't know what the hell they want to do with him either. They owe him a lot of money.
Yeah. And
So,
I don't know what's the future. I mean, this past weekend there was a New Japan event in the States here. I think it was in California. With the former Sasha Banks, now known as Mercedes Moné, and the rest of the New Japan wrestlers wrestled, and CM Punk was in attendance. He was as a fan. He went there as a fan. Which jumped even more speculation because Marks just need an excuse to make stories up and say, "Oh, New Japan confirmed. That means he's going to New Japan." Dude ain't even out of the contract yet. Dude ain't even healed yet. Like, calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. Dude ain't even healed yet, and y'all just want to turn him into, oh, he's like, calm down. Let's wait until things happen, and then we can talk about it. Before that, speculation city, and I don't like to speculate. So, one thing I'll say about CM Punk is the same thing that Sting used to say back in the day. The one thing is you can say about Sting, or the one thing you can say about CM Punk is nothing's for sure.
that's damn sure. Guy's a head case.
Nothing's for sure. Anyway, we leave the wrestling world behind us, and we go now to the movies and comic books. So, I think Chris Tucker was the one that made this announcement. Did he?
No, it was Jackie Chan.
Oh, Jackie. Oh,
Yeah.
so that's from even a higher source. Because let's be frank and sincere. I mean, Chris Tucker's clout is not as big as it was.
Yeah, that's definitely not.
But anyways, I mean, we're burying the lead here. Rush Hour 4 is happening. So that means Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker will be teaming up for the 4th time now in almost 30 years since this franchise started. The franchise, I think the first one came out in 98, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's take a look.
I believe it was 98. Yeah. I believe it's 98. Then
I mean, those two together, I mean, no matter how you get them or not, is 98.
Yep. My memory serves me well.
September 18th, 1998.
Mm-hmm. Memory serves me well. So, yeah. I mean, Jackie Chan in his 70s or 80. I think he's almost 80. He must be almost 80. And the dude can still go. He can still go. So, whatever it is, his
Jackie's 68.
68. Okay. Whatever that dude is eating.
Well, I doubt he's doing his own thing anymore.
Yes, he's always done his own stunts.
No, I know he's done his own stunts for a majority of his career.
If Tom Cruise is getting on F-15s, Jackie Chan is doing his own goddamn stunts.
So I know this is a little bit older news that I brought to you earlier this week. But Jackie Chan confirms Rush Hour 4 is official, and the movie has a script. Rush Hour 4 is officially in the movie pipelines, according to franchise star Jackie Chan. So the movie, which has been rumored to be in the works for at least 7 years, is now officially happening and has a script. So, like you said, coming from Jackie is, to me, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, because Chris Tucker been saying it. I heard Chris Tucker talking about it, but I was like, is Jackie in it though? Because that's like, you can't have one without the other.
Yeah, you can't make Rush Hour 4 without either of them. I'm sorry. It just wouldn't be Rush Hour.
No. You need both.
So,
now that both are in agreement, then yes, it is officially a go. So us Rush Hour fans, yay! Now we're getting 2 body cop movies. We're getting Bad Boys 4 and Rush Hour 4. Why is it going
Bad
on?
Boys has been I think the first one was what, in 95,
Yeah,
96.
yeah, 95, 96, around that.
So I mean, they've been around. They were earlier than this one, not too much earlier, but at least
Still,
we're getting them back
yeah, yeah.
somewhat. So I mean, I was a big Rush Hour fan and Bad Boys, so I'm happy.
So now we go to the Flash movie, which we announced last week that is happening because well, it was a will they won't they kind of deal with all the Ezra Miller
Yes, sir.
things, which we will get into. But the trailer dropped on Super Bowl Sunday, and it was orgasmic, as Matt Hardy would say uh,
Unching. Unching.
in his character, the Broken Matt Hardy. He was orgasmic, yes. Anyways, that's a lot of nostalgia feels for us old school 1989 Batman fans because Michael Keaton showed up in his Batman uniform, kicking all kinds of ass. Then you find out that Ben Affleck is in it too. Then you find out General Zod from the Man of Steel movies in it. There's no Henry Cavill, but guess what? Supergirl's in it. So you're like, wow,
Right.
this damn movie's stacked. And then you find out a rumor that there's actually going to be a third Batman in it. There's a rumor saying that there's going to be a third Batman in it. There's going to be a third Batman. A third actor who has played Batman before will be in it. Now, the rumor is it's either going to be between Christian Bale, Batman, and, oh my God, I can't believe the words that are going to come out of my mouth. George Clooney, Batman.
No. No way.
Oh, Jesus, I hope that is not the case. I'd much rather have the Christian Bale Batman. A million times over.
No way.
A million times over. I'd rather have the Christian Bale Batman. Plus, I don't think George Clooney would like to have another go at that.
I don't think so either.
But anywho's, this is a very ambitious movie because they're going to rewrite the entire DC universe through this movie. So, like, take this news with a grain of salt. I'm not confirming or denying anything. These are just rumors, so they should be treated as such. So do not read too much into this, okay? So chill. Take a chill pill. It's just a rumor, okay? Just a rumor, all right? You all good? All good. The thing that is not a rumor is that Peter Safran, the other guy that is the head of the DC film studio or DC studio.
You mean the guy that you always forget his name?
Yeah. No, I do not forget his name now. He said, and that Ezra Miller, the disgraced actor who is playing the Flash, who has been playing the Flash, just might stick around as Flash post the Flash movie. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I understand that he has to be the Flash now because, well, this is the established character and we need to kind of conclude this story, and you already invested all the millions of dollars in the world in this movie, so we have to, we gotta have to go through this, but to act like, because the logic here for Peter Safran, just to give a little bit of context, he's saying that Ezra is responding well to the treatment because he has self-admitted himself into some sort of rehabilitation. Like, I didn't know that there was a rehab for pedos. I did not know that there is such a rehab existed for pedophiles or groomers. I did not know that existed. I heard a rehab for people who are into drugs. I've heard people that, like, all other types of rehab, but I didn't know that there were rehabs for pedophiles. But anyways, allegedly, Ezra's been receiving the treatment well, and he's advancing, and he's like admitting guilt. I mean, look, comedy aside, yes, good on him. If it is true, good on him that he's recognizing things. Because, I mean, I've talked in the past about there has to be a space for forgiveness and for grace for people, and I'm all for that. But also, I believe that if you fucked up, especially in the way this man has, there should be some consequences. There should be some consequences.
There's, like you said, there's fucking up that you could potentially be forgiven.
Yeah, and look, first and foremost, if you say I'm sorry sincerely and try to make amends for it, that's a step to the right direction. That's a step towards the right direction. But we just can't sweep this under the rug and be like, oh, all is well. No. There's got to be, look, I'm not saying don't forgive the dude. What I'm saying is there got to be some consequences for these for these actions. There got to be some repercussions for these type of actions. And there isn't, then what are we saying? Let's give carte blanche to people to just do whatever the fuck they want?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. When it comes down to kids and domestic violence, that's a line no one should cross.
I'm sorry. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care if you're the greatest actor or thespian that has ever lived. You done fucked up.
Look at what happened with Ray Rice.
Explain.
I don't know if you... Huh?
Explain, because...
Ray Rice was an NFL football player.
Okay.
At his prime, he played for the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
Was a star running back. Came out of Jersey, Rutgers. Dude was a local to our geek villainess, in our area.
Within the geek
Within yes.
Not right there, but...
Not right there,
but close.
He was close. The dude got caught. Lights out. Punched the shit out of his wife. Lights out.
Oh.
Lights out in an elevator.
Oh, that's the one in the video?
Had a video of him dragging her out the freaking
I've seen that
elevator.
Video. Oh, I've seen that video. Yeah,
that dude's career was done. That was over. Rightly so, was done.
He cold cocked her.
Was lights out. The woman woke up in the bed and didn't know what the hell happened.
It was like dragging a used drag. Like,
yeah, she was a dead corpse. He was dragging her out of the thing, dead corpse.
Yep.
That dude never touched another football for the NFL ever.
And you know what? I mean, has he expressed remorse about it?
He said, "I'm sorry." He did what he needed to do, but no one in their right mind in the NFL ownership was going to touch this guy. Because rightly so, he shouldn't be playing the game of football anymore after what he did to his wife.
Exactly. So, look, I'm not saying ban this dude for life and never give him a job. I'm just saying, as consequence, let him lose this.
He should not be Flash.
Exactly. He can act.
This is too high end of a movie for DC. And I'm not a DC fan.
Oh, I know.
But I'm smart enough to know that Flash, which is always I see commercials when it was on TV, WB, watch Flash tonight, blah, blah, blah. He should not continue to have this role as Flash. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I wholeheartedly agree that.
And we talked earlier, didn't they scrap a whole movie because they just didn't like the way it was written?
Yes.
So what's the difference between doing that?
Because this one actually resets the universe.
So use another guy. I'm sorry.
It's too expensive to rehire another dude at this late in the game.
So don't do the movie. Because
it's apples and oranges,
man. How much more backlash you're going to have?
Look, that commercial focused noticeably on the nostalgia feel. If you saw the trailer, They like the emphasis was mostly on Batman, Supergirl, and Zod. They gave out a bunch of tricklets of that movie, which I think they should not have revealed, but they had to because it was like, okay, I'm gonna keep the focus on the Flash, this unwantable dude that has the worst press under God's green earth, or do we hit him with the feels? We hit him with the feels. So they hit us with this dude, that dude, Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton. They hit us with all that stuff, you know. So I mean, I don't want to be in the position that Warner Brothers and DC are right now, but to say that they're shitting the bed by making this decision of carrying on with this dude is an understatement. They are shitting the bed. Again, I give opportunity, and I hope to God that the dude is changing, and I hope he does change and gets his life on track. But the consequences should be applied. He did try to groom a kid. He did try to groom a kid. He was right. He was basically running a sex cult. Basically. And we're going to reward that by giving him a fucking movie? No, man. Go fuck yourself. As Uncle Joey would say, go fuck yourself. No. No. I'm 100% with you, man. But again, at least with the Batgirl thing, that was a movie that they canned, by the way. No one saw the day. That movie never got to see the day of light or anything. I mean, other than some stills and some pictures showing off certain
But
things.
the movie was recorded, wasn't it?
Yes, it was done. 100% done.
I mean,
100% done. And add to the fact that a now Oscar-nominated actor, as in Brendan Fraser, was the villain in the movie. And
that
guess
was probably
what?
his big comeback, even better.
And guess what? Guess who's Batman in that movie too? Michael Keaton.
I'm sorry. I'd rather run that movie than the Flash.
Again,
that's just me. I guess it's just the moral in me. I'm not thinking about I'm not thinking about the money that comes with it.
Look, it's a business. At the end of the day, they run that shit, not us. It's their shit, not ours. It's their toy to do whatever the hell they want to. Unfortunately, not everyone on Earth shares the same moral values or the same understanding of what is and what should be. And again, if Ezra Miller is in fact changing and understanding what he did, good kudos on him. If that is true, if that is indeed the fact, but that doesn't erase the fact of what he did. He should pay for what he did. And this is not a good sign, in my view. Not, again, if he can act again, great. He can find another part in the future, yes, great. Just take him away from this. That's all I'm saying. But that's not our decision. That's not our choice. We can just express ourselves and our opinion, which we have, on a podcast that only 4 people listen. So, yeah, that's it. And that's that. So it's going to happen. So we're going to add a new section into the podcast, which is the gaming section. We kind of always talk about gaming. And guess what? I mean, you can add more. I mean, we already talked before we started recording about other stuff in the gaming department. But I'll add what I know about gaming, which is wrestling. And this coming month, we're going to have the newest 2K game from WWE 2K23 with John Cena in the cover. There are actually 3 versions of the game that are going to be available. The standard version, the deluxe version, and I don't know what the hell the other version is called.
I forget too.
Yeah, but they're let's just say 2 deluxe versions and 1 normal version. So the deluxe versions, I guess they include booklets and whatnot. I don't know. Some extra perks that's gonna run you about over $100.
It's the icon version,
Oh,
which
whatever.
is costing you
There
$119.
you go.
And the deluxe version is $99, and then the standard for PlayStation 5
$59.
is $69.99
$69.99.
for PlayStation 5
Okay.
standard version. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until it's 30.
So PlayStation 4 is $59.99.
Still, I'm gonna wait until it's like 20 or 30.
Yeah, I don't see the graphics. Well, I'll let you go ahead. Go
No, no,
ahead
no.
and
The graphics are exactly a carbon copy from 2K22.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same thing. It's basically the same game. Basically.
And they added a few people.
Yeah, they've added Cody, Bray Wyatt, and some other dudes. Like, for example, Walter now is known as Gunther. He's in the game now as Gunther, and with the whole minus all those pounds lost and whatnot. But it's basically the same roster. And
all it is they changed the storyline. What they make,
Yeah,
because I play a little bit more of the game. I don't know exactly how much you paid of the 22.
I only use it to release stress, man. I just make matches and that's it.
Yeah, so 22 had a whole thing of
Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio's how he became as big as he is.
I did get to play like when he got to the storyline with Eddie.
Yeah, so
I got it at that point.
Yeah, so I finished the whole thing. It brings him in and out of big matches in his career.
Mm-hmm. You have to recreate every damn move. I'm like,
yeah, so you have to do certain moves to pass the storyline and things like that, and you have to make sure everything. But now it's John Cena's storyline. I mean, yeah, how he before he was Can't See Me Now probably is going to be part of that. As we know, John Cena wasn't the John Cena you see today. He was the lighter version of it.
And they're going to have even his old gimmick from OVW, the prototype.
Yeah, so you work through that. I like to see. I mean,
also they're going to add war games into the game, which is not in. That's not in 2K222. That is not in 2K222. So that's added. So that, I mean, basically you're gonna get the same game with WWE 2K22. You're gonna get it on 2K23. Just the added bonus is that some extra wrestlers that didn't have in the previous game are gonna be added now. Which I don't understand why they didn't add them into the direct downloads, like the DLCs. I don't know why they didn't add that. Like, for example, I mean, Bray Wyatt I get, because Bray Wyatt was very late in the game that came back. But you could have added Cody. I mean, they put LA Knight in the game, for God's sakes.
You have a lot of these people, a lot of these game developers that work on these games that are, maybe they didn't have the chance to. The update would be just too much.
Anyway.
I mean, we don't know. I mean, they run the game. 2K Sports. I don't know.
But still, I haven't played the last 2K game that I owned before this one was 2K16, which was pretty good. It was pretty damn good. But then after that, because I owned a PlayStation 3, I didn't upgrade to any other further games. So because everything else was being made for PS4. They stopped making. The last game they made for PS3 was 2K17. That was the last one. After that, they haven't made anything for PS3 in a minute, and I think PS3 games are even discontinued as we speak.
Yeah, they're done.
They're done. I mean, they're still making for 2K PS4, so yeah. I'm lucky. Yes. But for what I've heard, like after 19. It went to shit. After 2K19, it went to shit.
Yeah, they took a year off.
Yeah.
Too, and re-looked at everything. And, I mean, 22, they came out swinging, and it was a good game. I mean...
No,
It was good enough
allegedly,
for me who haven't watched wrestling.
2K20 was the drizzling shits.
Yeah, it was. I heard stories about it.
Glitchville City.
Yeah.
People disappearing within the ring. Like half their body sinks under the ring and can't move.
Wow.
And they're having like epileptic seizures in the middle of the ring. Those kind of glitches.
22 was good enough for me to buy. Who hasn't?
Yeah,
I haven't watched wrestling in a long time.
Yeah, but no, 22 is the shit.
Yeah, 22. Was a good game.
It's a good game.
It was worth my money. But 23 is not gonna be. I'll wait until 24 comes out before I buy 23 because I don't.
I'll wait until 23 is like like $20 so I can buy it.
Yeah. I'm not buying that right now.
Yeah. And sticking with the wrestling theme in the gaming department, we go to AEW Fight Forever, which is still not come out. This freaking game has been in development for like fucking 4 years. It hasn't come out yet because every time they're about to throw it out, guess what? They add a new wrestler.
Oh my god.
And I can just imagine the people in THQ like, fuck! Stop signing wrestlers! Stop signing fucking wrestlers! For fuck's sake!
At that point, you have to Bernie Mac it.
Fuck it!
Yeah.
So
split the bitch out, dude.
Now, speaking of that, like that mentality you're speaking right there, kind of maybe is the reason why they went with the graphics that they decided on for this game. I don't know if you've seen the demos of the game.
AEW?
Yeah. You remember for the PS3 that old WWE All-Stars game?
Vaguely.
But you remember, like, it looked very cartoony as hell.
Yeah. All Stars, right?
Yeah. WWE All Stars. They were all roided ass versions of wrestlers that kind of vaguely looked like the wrestlers, but roided up the guilds. Like Barry Bonds didn't find this juice. Like Barry Bonds would have found this juice. Like, give me all of it. Stick them needles up my yin yang. But okay, so the graphics kind of look like that for Fight Forever, except the roided version. So, like, think about those graphics without the roids.
And this one's AEW Fight
Forever.
Forever?
Yeah, Fight Forever. So,
you sure it hasn't been released yet?
No, it hasn't been released yet.
It's saying it's at GameStop for $60.
For some consoles maybe, but they haven't released it for PS4. I don't think.
No, yeah, right here, PS4 and PS5. Maybe they just released it.
Okay, so probably just because since they knew the WWE game was coming out, they decided, you know what? Let's just throw it out there. So
it got released this month.
Oh, okay. So I'll just wait.
Initial release date is February 2023. So maybe it hasn't released yet, but it's going to, and they're letting people pre-order it.
Okay. Well, the thing is, the movie, the damn game is going to be out soon, and the obvious wait for this version of WWE game to come out is so like competition crap. But I don't think, like, just looking at the graphics by themselves, because again, yes, the WWE 2K23 looks exactly like 2K22 in terms of graphics, but have you seen the graphics of 2K22? That shit is lit.
Yeah.
That shit is lit. And of course you can't do better than that, because then what? You're going to have photorealistic wrestlers going in there? Like, what the fuck you want? You want the real thing in there? I mean, they practically look like the real thing already, as it is. But anyways, so AEW coming out with their game, the graphics are meh at best. But, like, if you remember WWF No Mercy from back in 2000, graphics weren't the calling card on that game. It was,
but that game was so good.
Oh, exactly. That's what I'm aiming for. That's exactly what I'm aiming for.
That fucking I played, dude. I sent you pictures last week.
I know. If I had still an N64, guess what I'll be playing all day? It's just that game. If I had an N64 and I still had my No Mercy, that's what I will be playing all day, every day.
What I'm doing when I come over to record with you, I'm bringing the 64 with me.
You're gonna have to bring the adapter to put it on these damn TVs.
I have the
converter thing.
Yeah, I have the yellow and red and white thing.
Oh, the
yeah, because the adapter that I had, the RF adapter, I keep buying them off Amazon, and they're terrible. They don't work. I bought this thing. It was brand new. I plugged it in earlier today. I was playing Cruise USA.
Okay.
And it worked perfectly fine. I had no trouble with it.
Okay.
But yeah, No Mercy was the game.
Yeah. So, graphics aside for the AEW game, the AEW game is going to have something that the WWE does not have. It's just that they announced that you're not going to expect a Fight Forever 2 or Fight Forever 3 because they're going to be direct downloads for the game. So the game is actually going to be auto-renewing as you are connected to your respective console. So, like, for example, you are on PlayStation, guess what? Being connected to the network, you're going to get renewals and you're going to get your game refresh. So if there's some wrestlers that are going to be added to the roster, they're going to add them automatically.
But you're probably still paying for it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So be expected to get into a paywall.
Yeah, that's all it is.
So that's basically another way. It's just saying you pay $50 now, we're gonna take like $1,000 out of your ass once once it's all said and done.
Here's Chris Jericho as Y2J back in his WWE days.
So let the buyer beware. Let's just say that. Let the buyer beware. So you've been warned about that game. So I mean, buy it at your own risk, or if you don't want to direct download the crap, just play it as is. Play it as is, I guess.
That's what you're gonna have to do.
Exactly. You were mentioning something about other stuff in the gaming department.
Yeah, I do have this, and I got a few sports, and then we can probably wrap it up there. I know we're already over an hour. No, we're not
over an hour.
We're not? No. Oh, we've been talking for a while. Sorry. So, yeah. So I was mentioning before. I was playing the Nintendo 64 system. I was down in the basement. I have Nintendo 64 set up there because if I set it up in my house, the cats would just chew the wires out while I'm playing and dangling. You know how they are with dangling things. So
curious those animals are.
Yeah. Long story short, I was playing Cruise USA, which is one of the more popular racing game that was made for Nintendo 64. They have like Cruise USA, Exotic, and then they have some, another game. I bought all three of them, but I don't remember the last name. But I saw something on Facebook the other day saying I was this, how they say you're this years old when you find out something. Like I was today years old when I found something. They said that the trophy girl. So when you win first place, a girl comes out with a trophy, and she's either in a regular T-shirt or she comes out with a bikini top with always wearing shorts. Supposedly, she was a porn star back in the 90s.
And as I mentioned before, I will repeat the same joke again. All right.
So, me, when I was playing this fucking thing, when I was maybe 11 years old,
you were exposed to.
pornography
to sex
right
traffic.
Off the bat, boy. I mean, what the
so
fuck?
sex trafficking whore.
Over here holding up the trophy and she's waving for you and everything, which I showed you the picture of. I'm like,
so now you know why she was so happy.
In the blue hell. Find out who the hell this model was on this game.
We're talking about the 90s, back when even wrestlers were on Playboy.
Yeah, Michaels wasn't he? At one
I'm
point.
talking about female wrestlers, dude.
Well, yeah, you had what? Yeah, Sable,
Sable, China, Tori
China,
Wilson,
Tara Wilson. Sable was the first one.
Dawn Marie, a bunch of others.
Yeah, but it was crazy, dude. I was just like,
Chrissy Hemme.
who?
Chrissy Hemme. She won the first Diva Search thing.
No. So that to me just boggled me. I was like, my God, what are these game developers doing?
Back in the 90s, dude, the people had no problems. I mean, back in the day, Raw, when DX was running around, I mean, DX was basically begging women, take your bra off. and the female were just popping out all them
Puppies?
Yeah, as the king.
As Jerry the King says?
Yes. Puppies!
Puppies!
I like the little pink red noses. That's very on the nose, Jerry. Pun intended. Pun intended. Some of those noses were pierced. Anyway.
So that's the gaming the gaming news for this week. Just got a little sports here before we wrap up here.
No, I got a little something before we really
wrap up.
Okay,
so I'll quickly go through the sports stuff. So, as we all know, it's Sunday already. Pitchers and catchers, whoever's baseball fans, or the four of you that are listening to us, so baseball fans, baseball's back. Super Bowl's done, which basically means baseball is going to begin soon. Whoever watched the Super Bowl last week, there was a big thing saying that if the last play that basically won the Kansas City game was really a pass interference. To me, they were letting them play all game. It was a spur of the moment. They called it. It is what it is. They always say they always say teams that win their major championship in the sport always has to have some kind of luck. You're not going to win without having some type of luck.
Some sort of it.
It's going to always play in no matter what. So, was it a luck call or was it a really pass interference? To me, it was a pass interference. At the end of the day, it was called. It is what it is. The game's over. I just.
Again, we don't have no skin in this game because
I didn't have any. I mean, I did.
Like I really don't have any skin in this game because I got no teams whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. I'm a Jet fan, but I played the Super Bowl boxes. I should have won the third quarter, but I didn't because Mahomes went down. That is what it is. But so that's that.
Didn't he come back though?
He did come back,
but not played.
I should have won halftime score compared to.
I didn't win. For what I saw, the final score, it was pretty damn close.
It was 7-7, 4-4. I forgot what the last two quarters were, but it was. I mean, it was.
It was a close game.
It was a close game, and it's actually one of the best Super Bowls in a long time.
Yeah, because you hate fucking blowouts.
Because blowouts suck.
Yeah.
But having these two, to actually be true, Mahomes got outplayed by the other guy. But at the end of the day, it's not about the players, about what the team did at the end. It's the team sport.
Yeah.
Can't win. One player can't win you at all.
Yeah. Not everybody's Black Mamba like Kobe, but there's an iron win on that motherfucker.
Yeah. There's no I in team, Kobe. There's an iron win, motherfucker.
There's an eye on that motherfucker. That's what he said.
Staying on Patrick Mahomes, his wife Brittany demands an apology from the critics who doubted the team what the team was capable of this season due to the fact that they lost their.
Calm down, Giselle. Oh, yes. Sweet Jesus! Calm down. The dude is just starting.
Basically said that they won't win without their star wide receiver Tyreek Hill that went to the Miami Dolphins. They basically gave him no chance. And Mahomes won MVP of the season and won the Super Bowl MVP.
And fucked up his ankle.
He made it happen. With a messed up ankles. So imagine if he was healthy.
Yeah. with his ankle fucked up. So I mean,
yeah,
grit. That's grit. Dude had grit.
yes, he toughed it out. Now
Toughed
he
it out.
can go to Disney World and
Yeah.
see Mickey.
Look,
do whatever he needs to do.
Look, like y'all hate the times where the Golden State Warriors were winning all the championships back in those few days. It wasn't that long ago. They were winning all the championships and whatnot. Like you can't get pissed at the dude for being good. You can't get pissed at them for being good. They were a good team.
That's what I said last year. Last week with LeBron.
Yeah, you
LeBron
can't.
you can't.
You can't get angry at him for being a good fucking player.
But LeBron, at the end of the day,
he's not Michael Jordan. He's not none of the other dude. Look,
he's just LeBron.
He's just LeBron. He's one of the, if not the greatest player of this time. Because look, we're not gonna shit on 4 championships. Okay, we're not gonna shit on that. 4 championships, yes, but is it 6 like Jordan?
No.
Is it 12 like
no.
this dude? Like
2 different time periods, as we explained last week.
Exactly.
It's apples and oranges. In the 90s, you could not go in with a soft layup.
No.
Without getting knocked out by either Dennis Rodman, Charles Oakley,
Barkley,
Mason.
Shaquille.
You just couldn't.
Shaquille.
You just
like
you go up with that soft stuff.
Try that shit with a late 80s, early 90s Knicks team.
No.
You'll get massacred. You'll get murdered. Try that with the Detroit Pistons, for God's sake.
Yeah, well, that's what happened with Jordan. Jordan, with his first championship, when he was facing Detroit, was getting killed underneath. He beefed up and came back and started beating
I think the explanation we gave last time was hockey and shorts.
Yeah, there you go. Hockey and shorts without the stick, you're just getting body slammed, no matter what.
You're just getting bodied, simply put. That's it.
That's it.
You're simply getting bodied, period.
So
it's like Undertaker working overtime, bagging people. Back when he used to use bags and carry out people out of the ring.
Yeah.
That's the perfect illustration. He was just getting bodied. Just pile up 10 feet of bodies and you just take them in a conveyor belt.
We're just gonna take you. Come on, let's go. Don't come in this house with that weak shit.
And again, that was what's happening on the court. I don't even talk about
what happened in the back.
You don't talk about the shit that was going in the back. I mean, there was people just pulling out knives like, what you say, motherfucker? Would you call my mama?
Yeah. So, one last note. I'm going back to baseball. Baseball has new rules.
Oh, yeah.
The pitch clock.
Mm-hmm. So,
pitchers will now have 15 seconds to throw the pitch.
With the
bases empty.
No more waiting around, looking at the bases.
Yeah, so pitchers have 15 seconds to throw a pitch.
It's all an effort to make the game quicker.
Yeah, with the bases empty, and have 20 seconds with the runner on.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a good thing, though. Hitters will need to be in the bottom box within 8 seconds on the pitch count clock.
Yeah, they can't stand around outside like waiting for the signs.
Exactly. So they have to be in there, and if the pitcher doesn't pitch within their time limit, it's an automatic ball. If the batter are not in the batter's box when the time that they need to be in, it's a strike. Here's my take on this, and you can tell me your take if you like to. What the hell is going on with this generation? That baseball has to change the way of doing it.
Look, everything is fast-paced now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Everything is fast-paced. Like, people don't have the baseball is a game of patience. Like, it's a game of timing. Like, my grandfather would be alive now, and my grandfather was a diehard baseball fan. Yeah, we're both Yankees fans, but I hate to say this, I think he was a Mets fan. Not neither near or there. He's been dead for almost 10 years now. So cut him some slack. Cut him some slack.
I will.
Okay, cut him some slack. I mean, if not for him, none of my family would be alive. Well,
You
I think,
either.
and my grandmother also obviously had something to do with that.
Takes two to tango, buddy.
Exactly. So, without let's not go over the nitty details. Anyway, so anyways, if he were alive to watch the game and have these rules applied, I mean, he would have some mixed emotions about it. I believe. I don't think he would protest about the DH rule for both leagues because I think that's the best idea ever. Because pitchers can't hit for shit, with certain exceptions here and there. Pitchers are not supposed to be on that side of the plate, in my opinion. Not. So I think that was the greatest decision ever.
It was one of the best decisions ever.
Yes, and also gives an opportunity for guys to prolong their careers 10 extra years.
I've seen many pitchers running the bases and hurt their...
Yes,
and hurt
because they're sensitive little fucks. They're sensitive little fucks. Their function in life is to throw a goddamn ball and catch the ball when they throw it back to them. That's it. They're not there for being hitters. You can talk about, but in the 1930s, that was back in the day when baseball was still young as fuck. Now, how many type of throws that we have now compared to back in those days? Because back in those days, let me see, was just a heater and a curve.
But back in those days, those pitchers were going the whole game. You didn't have relief pitchers.
No, and there were only 2 type of pitches, 3 maybe. Now they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they had some pitches back in the day, fork balls, spitballs.
Yeah, but
screwballs.
But the strain, none of them were throwing 90. None of them were throwing 100.
You also didn't have the You didn't have the technology.
Exactly. It's the whole NBA thing again. Apples and oranges.
Yeah.
Can't compare the back then to now because that was 2 different eras. Motherfucker, they were wearing cotton fucking uniforms. Wool cotton uniforms. In the fucking dead of summer. That thing must have, when they were drenching wet in sweat, that thing must have weighed 15 pounds.
And their bats were 10 times heavier too because they were just made out of that wood, that real wood shit.
Yep. I mean, there was a reason they call them Louisville Sluggers.
Yeah, those things were... if I had to pick up one of those bats today, I probably wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I think you bust up your bones trying to pick that. That's like trying to lift up Mjolnir.
Yeah. So there's rules you can change, but this pitch clock, I don't like it.
Look, all baseball purists will be saying nay on that. I get it, and I get it why, because it changes something fundamental of the game. There was always a chess, a chess game, or also playing cards because it's like a bluff. You're trying to guess what the pitcher's gonna throw just by looking at him. So it's like this game of mouse with the batter and the pitcher playing what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen? And if you're not the Houston Astros, by the way.
We won't go there. That's a whole nother half hour worth of shit.
Unless you're the Houston Astros.
Yeah, I don't know. I just have my opinion on it. Some of the rules are good. Some of the rules are not.
Look,
I just think you're changing baseball for the younger crowd.
Yeah, but
you have to
gotta
make sure
evolve.
You don't lose your older audience.
Look, you got to evolve with the times. And baseball, let's be honest, unless you're a pure fan of baseball, stadiums are not being filled unless there's championship or playoff games. Stadiums are not being filled to the brim, the capacity as it once was 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Let's be honest.
I understand that.
So at the end of the day, this is a business. And the jerseys can only get you so much money. And the gloves and the T-shirts and the baseball caps and all the other stuff only can get you so much money. At the end of the day, what do you want? You want that quan. You want that money. This is a business. They're aiming for the business part. So they want to get to their longevity. Does it fuck up tradition? Yes, it fucks up tradition. But guess what? We're living in an age where tradition is pretty much thrown out the window. Like, we live in a very untraditional times right now. But then again, we're basically repeating mistakes from the past. But let's not go there. I'm gonna close now with a few things.
Sports is done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's kill with sports now. Since I'm an introvert, if you were not aware,
You are?
Yeah. If people were not aware, that I'm looking at the camera. I don't know why.
You're only looking at me, man.
Yeah. I'm just looking at you. But if this would have been filmed, I'm looking at the camera like, in case you didn't know, I'm an introvert. So, introvert is, introvert does. So some people in this side of the world, the introvert part is a concept that is being assimilated and being even accepted, I would say, to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the planet, and when I say most of the planet, I being more specifically here. Okay, DR, like in the Dominican Republic, the concept of being introverted is like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? Because the whole island is extroverted to the max. Like the creed over there is get drunk, lay as many women as possible, and try to live a life of leisure without getting employed.
I think you hit it right on the head, buddy.
Yeah, that's pretty much the resume. Like, if you filled that trifecta, you lived a fulfilled life in the eyes of people in the ER. But introverts that kind of don't fill in that, because we don't like to get drunk. We just like to be left the fuck alone. So I found a Twitter account that basically expounds upon the viewpoints of us introverts. I'm just going to read a few of those tweets. And this will only hit home for us introverted, so you might not. Some of these might just go over your head. Or some of these you will be like, identify, dude, that's you, 100%. So I'll just read 3 because there are too many. Okay, 1 says, do you ever go out, this is for introverts, and while you're out, you think, this is exactly why I don't go out. That's me. Like, I go out sometimes because I have to. Then I have to deal with people, and I'm like, this is exactly the reason why I like to stay inside, because I would avoid this type of behavior. The other one says, anyone else have a difficult time during a regular week if you don't have at least one day at home doing nothing and speaking to no one? Again, me. I need a day of recharging. And this one nails it right in the head for me. This is like the perfect definition, this one right here. For every 1 hour spent with someone, I have to spend 72 hours alone.
Damn.
This is, when I saw that tweet, I was like, perfection. This encapsulates what being an introvert is all about. Then I saw one that says like, why you don't like to talk to me? Or why don't you like to talk? Like, no, don't feel like you're special. I just don't like to talk to anybody. It's not just you, so don't feel special. Don't feel special. It's not just you. I don't like to talk with anyone. So I just decided to throw that out there for those of us who are introverts, and you probably might be listening to this if you're introverted or have some introverted in you. You might be like recognizing that if you're not introverted, but just learn to read these lines and understand us introverts people and take care of us. Like, send us something to eat every once in a while, because we don't like to go out and we don't like to deal with people. So we might even have fear of ordering food.
I'm not an introvert, and I can
No, you are clearly not an introvert.
No. Well, you know my mother, so
Oh,
I
no,
couldn't
no.
even be one if I wanted to.
Oh, no. That woman is like the anti-introvert.
Yeah, so, but I couldn't relate to some of those things. Like, I don't want to go out. Like, there's days that I just want to just stay home and not deal with anyone.
Like, have you remembered those old Bugs Bunny cartoons with that thing that was just full of hair and had 2 legs? And Bugs Bunny looked at him and looked, they're looking at us right now. And then he looked at the camera and he go, people! And started running. That's me. That's me. That's exactly me. Like, if I can deal with 1, 2, maybe 3 people. Once you exceed that amount, I am freaking out. Once it's over 3 people, I'm like, what the fuck, 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 what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck, what the fuck? Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Please ignore me, ignore me, ignore me, ignore me. Like, oh fuck, he's coming here. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Like, all those thoughts are just coming here. Oh my god, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? No, please don't talk to me.
But
No.
is that with like just random people, or just like would that be with like anyone? Like, say if
No. Like, if I know you, I'm cool. Like,
so
if,
say like
if
us group, our group would
No,
go
no,
out,
no.
like me actually meet up for dinner. Would
No,
you
no.
be okay with it?
Oh yeah, like if it's with people. Look, I can hang out with a group of people that I know and that
Okay.
know me. If I know them and they know me, I'm chill. I'm like, that's the last thing I'm thinking about. But if it's a group of people that I don't know or have very little treating with, I'm freaking out. So I just refuge myself in a corner, in a dark corner, and I'm like, let this be done quickly. Let's get this shit out of the way. Because I don't, because you're like, because my wife is the one that's like the one that pushes me for social activities. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
I
you gotta,
understand.
like, yeah, because they're gonna talk shit about that. I'm like, let them. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I do not give a fuck. I want to be left alone.
We broke the ice pretty quick when we first met.
Yeah, no, look, again, I get certain vibes with people. I'm not a weird new age kind of guy.
I know what you mean.
I
got the same thing.
I just got good mojo with people. And I know when some people have good mojo or juju, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I know when some people are kind of a little bit fucked up. And there's nothing wrong with being a little fucked up in the right way. Because there's another fucked up, like, let's say, Ezra Miller way.
We're not going to go back to that.
Yeah. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean by that. You understand what I mean. You know, there's being fucked up in a way that, like, life fucked you up, and you are adapting to it and learning from it. And then there's the type of fucked up that you are the fucker, not the fucky. You know?
What?
Exactly. That reminds me. I don't know why this song from Pops is coming out of my head. Remember when he in the Wayans Brothers comedy sitcom, Pops always kept singing that song, bang bang bang.
Yeah.
For some reason, that song is in my head right now.
Oh my god.
Going bang bang bang. Oh god, I miss Pops.
Yeah, he was a funny dude.
Yeah, I miss Pops. So, yeah. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, like, treat your introverts well, feed them, treat them well. Don't push too much social agenda on them. Let them hibernate, and they'll be good persons. They'll treat you well.
Good thing I check in with you every day, huh?
Yeah. No. Like, don't be excessive. Don't push agendas. Let them follow you naturally. They will come out. Like, us introverts are kind of like cats.
Guess that's why I'm so good with you then, huh?
Yeah. Introverts are kind of like cats because you know how cats are assholes?
Depending on you, if you get them young,
no.
I did. I got all 3 of them young. They were all pretty good.
Let me be more specific. Orange cats.
No, my Tigger was great. Don't mess with him.
Why
Tigger
is it?
awesome.
Why is it that the 2 most famous orange cats in the world are such assholes?
Well, that's on them.
Heathcliff and Garfield are the 2 biggest assholes.
My Tigger was great, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, because look, my cat Lionel that I had at home, my daughter named him. He was great with me.
Lionel Richie.
No, Lionel as in Thundercats. Lionel.
Oh, I never watched Thundercats.
Oh my god.
Anyway, let's finish.
No, we're not gonna go there.
We're not gonna go there. That's a whole other show.
Yeah, we're not gonna go there. Anyway, that cat loved me. I mean, he always wanted to ride next to me. He was fine with me. With me, he was cool. With my daughter, that's a whole nother. couldn't wait to see her, to scratch the living shit out of her. He was just like pouncing at her like, oh, there she is. Oh, there she is. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You're trying to get up on my man now, aren't you? Oh, you going to get it now? Oh, let me just act some chill. Like, let me make you believe that I'm cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, get closer. Yeah. You ready for that? You going to watch this? You got to get the camera ready. Get the camera ready. Here it comes.
I don't know. My Tigger was fine with me and my wife. He loved my wife, but he was cool with me. So
no, but most orange cats are assholes. Most orange cats. I would say 89% of them are. I would say that 89% of them. But see how this podcast went from different turns. I mean, we went from RIP sections to talking about orange cats.
That's a good thing. Keep it light.
Yeah. So this has been the Husky Barbu podcast, I guess.
106.
106. Remember to follow us on our Public store. The link will be in the description. Go there and buy shit. There's always a 20 or 30% off every week.
35% off each week.
Yeah, so you're bound to get something and do so because Daddy needs food to be put on the table. You can also visit our website, huskybarbupod.com, where you can check all the previous podcasts and also get the links for all the social medias from the podcast, which, by the way, Husky by Boo Pod, both on Instagram and Twitter. Our personal social media, which is mine, is at that Ariel Duran, both on Instagram and Twitter. And yours?
My Instagram is JohnnyBoy426.
On Instagram. Only. Exclusively.
I don't do that Twitter stuff.
Yeah, he don't like to go to that cesspool.
No, I don't.
That Elon Musk's run cesspool.
We won't go there either.
So again, this has been 106 of the Husky Webber podcast, and hope y'all be taking good care of yourselves, and just take care of yourselves, okay? Just make it out for another week, and we'll get back to you again trying to entertain yourselves.
Everyone have a good week. Peace out.
Take care.